The wind's going to affect it, and when it really matters, there's no wind.
No, I think it's really no wind, or when there is maybe at the 1,000 meter a little wind from tail, but in the end it's nothing.
Here's the lineup. These are the 9 athletes who've gone through heats, semi-finals, and now they are in the final. It's an Olympic event. It is the 500 meters. Standouts got to be, well, maybe it's going to be interesting. Velho Kudenska's the world champion, and she's looked so strong so far. Lisa Carrington, clearly amazing reputation. Danuta Kozak, 5 Olympic golds. She's come back from having a year off to have a child. So how do you see it, Fabio?
It will be very interesting to see how Lisa Carrington and Danuta Kozak have her first battle after the Olympics. But also, like you said, Velho Kudenska, who is the world champion, so it will be very interesting to see.
Also, a point that's crucial, in exactly an hour's time, we do have Danuta and Lisa who are going to go off again in the C2. But looking at the moment, it looks like they've all come off to a good start. So Slovakia, Serbia, Hungary, Poland, New Zealand, Belarus, Russia, Australia and Sweden. And we're looking at champion Lisa Carrington, who has so far had a very fast start.
Yeah, as always, she's so strong in the start. Next to her on lane 4 is Anna Polaska from Poland. She's the youngest peddler in this field. She's 22 years old. And between Danuta Kozak and Lisa Carrington pedaling, so that must be a great feeling for a young peddler like her.
And so far you can see the 2 athletes on the overhead pictures as Lisa in lane number 5, and just out of your picture in lane number 3 it was Danuta Kozak, and this is the head-to-head we're wanting with Anna Polaska, who you've just mentioned at the moment keeping up. At the bottom of your picture we also saw Linnea Stencils with a very fast start.
Yeah, and Velho Kudenska is quite in the back a little bit. Half a boat behind Lisa, that's quite a lot, but she's a strong finisher, so don't count her off.
Well, 200 meters to go, and this is what we want. Perfect weather conditions, and as you can see, it is a straight line between Danuta Kozak in lane number 3 for Hungary and Lisa Carrington, lane number 5 for New Zealand. Now, this is different to the Olympics because at this stage, Lisa was way back. We had Johansson also in there, but at the moment, it's going to be a real, what can we call it, a dogfight going into the last 50 meters.
Yeah, and you really can see how powerful Danuta Kozak is pushing down her boat. Every stroke so powerful. Her boat is moving a little bit up and down. That means so much power in every stroke.
Now coming down to the last 40 meters, it looks like it's a slight head in here. Danuta Kozak from Hungary has really put on the motors, and she's going to take a dramatic victory. Moving ahead, second place is going to be Lisa Carrington from New Zealand, and Velho Kudenska takes the 3rd place. Well, that's first blood to Hungary.
Great race, great second half from Danuta Kozak. As always, she's so strong in the second 250 of this 500 meters. And yeah, there everything decides, and she decided this race to her count. And Anna Polaska made place 4. Great result for her. This is the silver medal, Lisa Carrington. She has 3 more races today. Quite a big program. Also tomorrow, a lot of finals for her. And yeah, she has a huge program. This was the first final for her in this World Championships, and it will not be the last. And yeah, probably she will be quite tired tomorrow evening.
It's going to be interesting to see what they do now, because clearly they have to go to boat control, which is obligatory. However, I don't think we're going to see them here, though, because they need to go and prepare themselves. In an hour's time, they're going to be racing again. It's absolutely key. Fabio, we're going to switch places. So what we're trying to do is have an expert for each discipline. And we are now just about to say hello to Ian Ross from the canoe world. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, we're looking forward to the next race, which is going to be the men's C1 1000. We might have to cut off as soon as we have the official results. But how do you see that lining up?
It's going to be a tough race. Yesterday, the top 3 traditionally for the event have had a really hard 500 meters where they had a good fight with each other. So it'll be interesting to see who can recover from that 500 and then
147. Sorry to cut you off, but I do that frequently. Danuta Kozak takes the gold medal. Lisa Carrington takes the silver. And Velho Kudenska takes the bronze medal. Hungary, New Zealand, Belarus. Sorry, carry on, please.
That's all right. That was